Genesis Communications presents the show that's helping people see better and feel better all over Florida. It's Ask the Doctor with board-certified optometric physician, certified nutritional specialist, and popular radio host, Dr. Michael Lange of Lange Eye Care and Associates.
Doctor, my eyes cannot see the sky. Is this the price for having learned how not to cry?
Okay, good morning. And welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, as usual, Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. Each and every Saturday morning, I'm here live to answer any and all questions you may have regarding your vision, eye care, or any nutritionally related topics. So take advantage of this hour. Consultation is free. Don't be shy. 1-866-977-4820. I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm also a certified nutritional specialist. I hail from the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. The Lange Eye Institute is close to 30,000 square feet. We take care of just about every eye care problem, from major surgery to nutritional eye care and contact lenses, all under one roof. You can learn more at drmichaellange.com, langeeyecare.com, or fortifeye.com. You got to write Fortifeye down. That's my vitamin company, and we've got a lot of good information, a lot of good studies on the supplements I've created on that website. And you can order the supplements right on that website. It's fortifeye.com, Fortifeye. Let me give you the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins. They're based out of Ocala, Florida. You can actually go there. A lot of our listeners are in Central Florida. You can go there and try all of the stuff before you buy it. We'll actually make you a free smoothie, a free breakfast or lunch from the smoothies and the greens and the protein. And you try it to see if you like it. So the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins is 866-503-9746. Once again, 866-503-9746. Certainly could just Google Fortifeye Vitamins and go to fortifeye.com. All right, we talk about a lot of different things on this program. It is a live call-in show, so participation is encouraged. I do want to let everybody know that tomorrow morning I head to Bondurant Speedway for the Advanced Pro class of racing Formula race cars and Viper ACR Extremes. So that's going to be exciting. I'll let everybody know how I do in that event the following week. So I'm not going to miss the radio show. I'll be live again next week. And this is sometime, I think, January, February, March, or April 2017. All right, I got two welcome guests in the studios with me. Dr. Scott Drexler is on the left-hand side of me. If you're watching us on newstalkflorida.com, that's got the Dr. Scott Drexler waving at the camera there. And then no newbie to the talk radio is Al Rosas, the organic chef, also standing behind the microphone. So anybody with any questions regarding eye care, nutrition, and also organic chef material, you can pick up and give us a call at 1-866-977-4820. Dr. Drexler, first tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your background, where you're practicing, and then we'll go to the first call.
Love to. I'm actually coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am the director of the Specialty Contact Lens Service there at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. I spend my days fitting specialty lenses on people who have eyes that are just in need, keratoconus, Sjogren's syndrome, things like maybe a host versus graft disease, a dry eye problem. Anybody who has a relatively significant vision problem or a significant corneal problem, I help them out.
Absolutely. And one of his big areas of expertise, and I got to tell you, he's one of the leading authorities in the country on scleral contact lens fitting. And that is something that we are doing now at the Lange Eye Institute. So if your doctor has said you're a candidate for the scleral lens, you can certainly go to Pittsburgh and see Dr. Drexler, or come see me at the Lange Eye Institute. And of course, Al Rosas, say hello to our audience.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you had a good breakfast and get ready to start. What a beautiful day out there.
It's a fantastic day.
Gosh.
We were out this morning out on the bay walking the two Doberman Pinschers.
I saw that.
And with my daughter and Scott having a good old time.
Dogs look like they were having a better time than you.
Oh, yeah. They love getting out of Ocala and seeing a big body of water. They were having a blast. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's see who the first caller is of the morning. I know who that is. Let's see. Bob, good morning and welcome to the program.
Well, good morning, Dr. Lange. Thank you so much, so much. I have a question that's right down your alley, and maybe Mr. Olson's also. The combination of honey and apple cider vinegar, just generically, but then I was going to add a little caveat to that and say, replace the local honey maybe with Manuka honey.
Yeah, that's a great question. And Manuka honey is one of the top honeys out there, and due to its really medicinal purposes, Manuka honey helps alkaline the body, all right? Studies actually indicate that 45 minutes after eating raw honey, whether it's local raw honey, and we're going to talk about that, or Manuka honey, 45 minutes after eating raw honey, blood test shows more alkalinity. And remember, that's the whole idea, trying to alkalize your body, get it a little bit more alkaline. Also, diabetics have lower blood sugar 45 minutes after eating raw honey. Remember, honey's sugar, and you think diabetics is not going to be good for them. So you add a little cinnamon to that, and boom, that's a great concoction for diabetics. So apple cider vinegar is really good because apple cider vinegar has a whole host of nutrients that are good for us. It has enzymes, live probiotics. You have to get the apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. That's that cloudy stuff in it. Makes it look like it's kind of turpid. It's and you can't. It's not clear. So apple cider vinegar with the mother, a good raw local honey or Manuka honey, and you mix it all together in a little water and drink it down first thing in the morning, and it really prepares the gut, the microbiome of your stomach for the day. So people with irritable bowel syndrome, people with ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, people that are overweight, and they have this putrefaction of food fermenting in their stomach, it helps release all that and basically poop it out, So it is a very good little concoction. And I want, Al's pretty in tune with this. I want him to add a little bit onto this. Now,
Bob, with the honey, yes, the Manuka honey is great for the medicinal purposes, but if you're using the honey, and one of the reasons for doing that is because you have allergies, then you have to stick with the local honeys because it's obviously going to be fermented from the local foliage, your flowers, so that's going to help you with the histamines from anything that you might be allergic to or have allergies for. So under that, I would stay for local honey if that's one of the reasons that you're doing that. And definitely apple cider vinegar, add it to anything, like Mike just said, that's going to help you with your enzymes, your stomach, your digestive aid, and it's definitely a powerhouse in the morning.
And make sure you're diluting it. Don't drink the apple cider vinegar straight. And it's a good idea. I always do this first thing in the morning, and then you brush your teeth. Shortly after, because apple cider vinegar can, from what I hear, it can work on the enamel of the teeth. So that's a good idea to brush your teeth afterwards. But don't drink it, too potent. I like 1 tablespoon per 8 ounces of water and a tablespoon of raw local honey. Remember, it's got to be raw or raw Manuka honey. But you can't go wrong with the raw local honey.
All right, very good. Well, just to add to that, my daughter and I personally have experienced putting a little compress of apple cider vinegar on a mole, and if you're patient, 2 weeks maybe, and it will take care of the mole.
It will. Yeah, when you're talking like a skin tag, right, Bob?
Yes.
Yeah. People do that all the time. It does work. You just have to make sure that you do it. Some people will forget and say, "Oh, it's not really working." You have to do it consistently. I've heard that a lot, and a lot of people do that. So that is definitely something as an added plus of apple cider vinegar. But remember, don't do shots of the apple cider vinegar. I agree. Dilute it and add it. Right. Because some people will just do a shot of vinegar and think,
A natural approach to removing lesions on the skin. Now, remember, if you have a darkly pigmented lesion and it's a bloody lesion and it looks like it's getting worse, don't be treating it yourself. Get in to see a dermatologist, an oculoplastic specialist, somebody like that, and have it biopsied. We do a lot of biopsies at the Lange Eye Institute, and a lot of times things come back that are carcinogenic that we never thought were.
Right. Well, that's absolutely true. But I do know that, those real, benign little doodads that we all come across. I've heard a dermatologist call it the barnacles of life, she called it. But
All right, Bob.
thank you so much, doctors. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, and Dr. Lange, be careful, will you?
Oh, I will. Pedal to the metal, but smooth. Smooth is safe, okay?
All right, now don't try to go win your first race.
All right, Bob. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Thank you, doctor. Bye-bye.
All right, you're listening to Ask the Doctor with my very welcome guest, the organic chef Al Rosas and Dr. Scott Drexler. This morning, I got to tell you, I'm holding this up. I had my breakfast was my early breakfast at 6 o'clock this morning before I had my egg omelet was fortifeye blue-green superfood combined with the fortifeye super protein, which comes from grass-fed New Zealand-derived A2 cows. And the fruits and vegetables in the fortifeye blue-green superfood are all organic, certified, gluten-free, and FODMAP-free. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. Let's go to the next call. Let's see. Oh, I think I lost Nick. We were going to go to Nick, but no. Nick, call back. It's in St. Pete. Nick, you can give us a call back. And also, Al in Montgomery, Alabama was on. Give us a call back. I guess you got tired of listen to me chit-chat. 1-866-977-4820. 1-866-977-4820. Let's talk about this. You both have tried the fortifeye organic blue-green superfood. Both of you tried the taste of it. A lot of these greens formulas just do not taste well because they got a lot of spirulina and things that are very bitter. I worked a long time on getting the taste profile. What do both of y'all think about the taste of this?
Phenomenal. I've used it before, used it several times. I mixed it just with water, and it was like drinking a soda. I mean, something sweet. It was awesome.
It's not bad.
No, it's more than not bad. I mean, I don't know if people actually understand what it takes to get GMO-free organic vegetables that give you your K1, your K2, your A's, D's, gives you all the stuff that you're looking for. But imagine what's in there on a salad, how beautiful it will be. The colors of the strawberries, the cranberries, the blueberries, the kale, and then the barley juice. It's an excellent product. No aftertaste. Like you said, it's sweet. You can even put it on paleo ice cream and put it as a topping on there. I mean, it's just great.
There you go. And one of the reasons I developed this, let's face it, both of you realize when we quiz our patients, Scott, and when you talk to people, breakfast, the typical breakfast, lunch, and supper today is not filled with organically grown fruits and vegetables. You think about it. Most people have a piece of toast or a bowl of cereal for breakfast. And for lunch, they're going to the fast food restaurant. And for supper, pizza. And
everything's put on standby. You're right, absolutely. But I can't think of one person, not directly in our circle, just walking out and saying, how many vegetables did you have for breakfast? Unless it's an onion in an omelet or a mushroom in an omelet, they're really not going to do it. No one's going to have a plate full of broccoli or kale.
Now, we did have organic kale with organic onions and organic eggs for breakfast after I had this earlier in the morning. And breakfast should have a lot of protein. Your blood sugar is very high first thing in the morning, and you shouldn't be loading up with carbohydrates and sugar. You should have a good protein smoothie or, egg omelet with kale or spinach in it. And if you're going to have a lot of fruit and a lot of carbohydrates, have it for lunch, not for supper either. All right, we're getting loaded up with a lot of people on hold. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute. Learn more at drmichaellange.com. All right, and follow me on any of the social medias. If you go to drmichaellange.com, you can join all the social medias. Our Twitter account has been growing dramatically. I mean, now we got close to 30,000 followers on Twitter, so it has been growing. All right, let's go, I think, Vince in Tampa. Vince in Tampa, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Hey, Dr. Lange, how you doing today?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I have one quick question for you. I just wanted to know if you and your panel of experts, I'm kind of addicted to cayenne pepper, and I'm just wondering, is it, and I get the organic kind, the real good kind, but is it good? Is it all right for your mouth? I mean, if it burns and stuff, it's not carcinogenic to your mouth or anything like that. I haven't read anywhere where it is.
No, I think cayenne pepper is probably pretty safe, all right? Now, don't overdo it. Remember, everything in moderation. But it's amazing. If you Google cayenne pepper, it cures, supposedly, and I'm not saying cure, but it helps a variety of ailments, from heartburn, believe it or not, people that have tremors, gout, rheumatoid arthritis. It improves blood flow. And, you know, there's a little trick of the trade. If you think you're having a heart attack, you take a little cayenne pepper and you chew up an aspirin really quick. And, you know, a lot of people say it can help. It can help clear congestion. It's an antifungal. Helps migraine headaches. Like I said, it helps with digestion. It helps produce amylase, which is the enzyme in your mouth. So it helps you start digestion in a very, very early stage of the game. I mean, in other words, it's one of these anti-aging herbs kind of that promotes longevity. So I put a little cayenne pepper on my eggs. I put it on everything. I usually put a little curcumin, organic curcumin, and a little cayenne pepper also.
Yeah. Do you ever drink water with it? Like put it in your water and drink it? Like just the 1 or 2 shakes?
Absolutely. What I used to do, I used to take the Manuka honey, all right, or raw local honey. I would take apple cider vinegar, some good alkalized water, and some cayenne pepper, all right? Now, you got to be careful, because if you overdo it, it probably irritates your mouth and your throat a little, so you don't want to overdo it.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, because like I say, I'm addicted to it, and I like what it does to your metabolism. Like before you work out and stuff, it really gets you going.
Well, you know,
to me, I'm addicted. It's, to me, the greatest thing. If I had to pick one food product that I take that I never want to give up, it would be that.
Al spices up some of his dishes. He's cooked for me quite a few times, and it's got a little bit of a kick in it. I can't be saying that somebody has a... Who's that chef that... what's the guy that's saying? Bam!
Oh, yeah, the one that I kind of look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Vince, I'll tell you one of the things that the people don't really realize about the cayenne pepper, and I'll tell you, yes, it boosts your metabolism. It's great for your energy. I always took some before I started my martial arts workout. It gets you going. But what people don't realize is that when you take the cayenne pepper and you get that into your body, it actually helps the mucus within your body, so it actually helps with ulcers. And that's actually great. It's a biodieselator, so it's great for your eyes. It is, like Mike says, things in moderation. So don't be eating a tablespoonful of cayenne pepper. But if you're addicted to it, go for it. I mean, you know, everything in moderation. You're not going to hurt yourself with it. Especially you're doing the organic, so you don't have to worry about any processing. Every time you sit down, keep it on your table like salt and pepper. You're fine.
Yeah, I mean, they say that even with cancer cells, if you have any wild cancer cells in your body, apotheosis, it kind of burns them out.
It suffocates.
I don't know how true that is, but they have had experimentation like on prostate and even pancreatic cancer cells that it's been pretty good with.
Right. And a lot of the berries that are in the superfood we were talking about this morning, and in some of these bars that I see you pulled out of your pocket, they have the same effect. So yes, you're not doing anything bad, Vince.
Anti-carcinogenic foods.
Thank you very much, my friends.
All right.
Y'all have a great day, okay? And thanks again.
Take care, Vince. Right. Yeah, I tried to pack the superfood, fortifeye organic blue-green superfood with a lot of carcinogenic foods. So we've got spirulina, we've got organic wheatgrass, barley grass, kale, spinach, the blueberries, strawberries, cranberries. Eugenol comes from... what the heck is that?
The peppermint leaf?
Peppermint leaf, absolutely. The peppermint leaf, cinnamon bark, and cucumber, parsley. And that's also great for helping people with blood sugar. This is not a treatment for diabetics, but many of my patients' blood sugar is starting to improve. And one reason all of these things in here help their blood sugar. You know, stevia they use in Germany as a way to treat elevated blood sugar. All right, we got another caller on hold. Right down our alley, I think, dry eye. Let's see who it is. Helen in Indian Rocks Beach, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Oh, hi. Yes. First of all, I just want to make a quick comment. I had allergies really bad years ago, and so I heard about local honey, and I started eating a lot of it, and my cholesterol went through the roof. So you have to be careful with that honey. Like you say, it is sugar. So.
How much were you eating? A lot of it, you said.
You know, put it on bread. I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times a day.
Well, bread, double carbohydrates, bad girl.
Okay. Anyhow, I have, this is probably a yes or no answer. I have glaucoma, and I was told by someone who had gone to an eye doctor that gluten can cause glaucoma or aggravate it. Is that true?
Well, I've been doing this a long time, and I am a certified nutritional specialist, and I treat a lot of glaucoma. I don't know everything, but I don't know of a link between gluten and glaucoma. I don't know of one. Now, that doesn't mean... now, what about Scott?
I do a lot of research at the university, and we review a lot of research, and I work a lot with a glaucoma specialist, and we did actually discuss this topic, and we've seen no correlation between gluten and glaucoma.
Right.
Good.
Okay. Okay, the other question is I have a dry eye, and so I went to an ophthalmologist who told me that I should get the surgery, you know, where you don't have to worry about dry eye anymore. The tears come, and you know what I'm talking about.
Probably punctual occlusion. Put the little plugs, the implants in your drainage ducts.
Okay. Well, my optometrist told me that that's not a good idea because it'll give you so much tears that your eyes will water all day. And is she right?
Well, between Dr. Drexler and myself, we've probably done tens of thousands of these over the years. I mean, Dr. Drexler is a dry eye expert. He ran a dry eye clinic down in Florida for many years, and he worked with me in our dry eye clinics. You know, the way I look at it, the first way to treat dry eye, I approach it naturally. We heat the lids, we clean the lids, we nutrify the glands with fortifeye Super Omega twice a day, and then we lubricate the eyes with a good lubricating eye drop. I like Oasis Tears Plus. I like Blink Tears Preservative Free. They both have hyaluronic acid in them. So remember, we heat them, we lubricate them, we clean them, and we nutrify them. A good portion of the patients are going to do quite well without any drugs or anything else just by doing this. Then, let's say we have patients that still have dry eye, and we can determine they truly have a dry eye. We put collagen implants or collagen plugs in their drains. Collagen plugs are a test to see if you're going to get an overproduction of tears flowing over your cheeks. So we test it first. All right, we put the collagen plugs in the uppers and the lowers, and if you do great with that, they dissolve in 3 to 4 days, and your symptoms went away. That's a positive sign for us to put the permanent ones in. They're made of a soft medical silicone. It literally takes us 2 seconds to put in. You don't even have to have an anesthetic. It's not surgery, in my opinion. Okay, it's just a quick little procedure. It's covered by your insurance, and it really does help. Now, let me tell you this. Helen, if you do get what we call a pifferer and the tears start overflowing on your cheeks, it's simple. We take the plugs out as easy as we put them in, okay?
Okay.
Scott?
There's a lot I can tell you about that. The other part he might be thinking of is what's called a cauterization. A cauterization when we actually seal the puncture, the tear drain closed, and that isn't really as reversible. Both those things are not an entry-level thing. It's not where you start out. Absolutely where you want to start out. And remember, there's a couple different types of dry eye problems. One can come from the lipid layer, the oily layer tears. One can come from the watery layer tears. Both are treated very differently. So if you have a lipid layer deficiency and you're putting a punctal plug in, it's probably not going to work. So you have to really be careful to know what your problem is. Always start simple. Always start with the basics. A hot compress is the number one thing. It does a wonderful thing for your eyes. Opens the oil glands up. The omega-3s are fantastic. I've literally probably treated 100,000 dry eye patients, medications, surgery. We've tried it all, and I'll tell you, we keep coming back to the omega-3s. They're phenomenal.
How much a day? How much omega-3 a day?
Michael?
Well, we've done a lot of research on this, and as long as you weigh less than 250 pounds, I recommend 1,600 milligrams of triglyceride form. If it's an ethyl ester, you're going to need to take 4,000. So triglyceride form, and the problem is you can't buy many triglyceride forms over the counter. It's almost unheard of, and if you can find them, they're $45 to $50 a bottle. Not to just to promote my product now, but fortifeye Super Omega. You can buy online at fortifeye.com. Many eye doctors throughout the world carry it. You can always call us toll-free. We have it at the Lange Eye Institute also. You take 2 a day of this, fortifeye dry eye therapy, and it is rapidly becoming one of the #1 recommended fish oils for dry eye in our country right now.
Okay, fortifeye dry eye.
Fortifeye Super Omega. Okay,
Okay.
Fortifeye Super Omega. Now, also, if you go to the Fortifeye website, fortifeye.com, remember that's a play on words. It's FORTIFEYE, since I'm an eye doctor. So fortifeye.com, there's a whole lot of information I've written on natural approaches for dry eye. Okay.
Okay.
And start there first. That's the best thing to do.
Well, thank you. You all have been so helpful.
All right. Take care.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
And there's a lot of drugs on the market. Restasis. There's a new Zedra. You're seeing a lot of people, a lot of advertisements about Zedra. You use it twice a day. And, there may be a place for drugs and dry eye. Certainly, we use those as well. But like Dr. Drexler mentioned, we always start with a natural approach first. And we have a very high percentage of dramatic relief, not cure, but dramatic relief from a natural approach. Once again, heat the lids, so a hot compress, 2 times a day or more for 10 minutes and massage the lids at the same time. Or the Brooder mask. You can put that in the microwave for 20 seconds. You can get that on our website. Remember, clean the lids. So we have a lot of debris that hangs out on the eyelashes, bacteria, mites, believe it or not, viruses that hang out on the eyelashes. So we clean them. You can use baby shampoo, or you can buy something off of the website, OcuSoft foam, different types of preparations you can buy on the internet or at fortifeye.com for cleaning the lids. Remember, nutrification, very important. I like Fortifeye Super Omega 2 times a day. And for really dry eyes, I like to add a product called Fortifeye Focus. You've heard me talk about this for years. Focus has lutein, zeaxanthin isomers, and astaxanthin. Astaxanthin is one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatories. And remember, dry eye is keratoconjunctivitis sicca. That's inflammation. So when we combine that with the omega-3, it's kind of a double whammy of helping eliminate dry eyes. And then lubrication, Oasis Tears Plus, Blink Tears, preservative-free. Those are my 2 favorite. There's a few others on the market. Try that before you have plugs, before you have drugs. And then for really dry eyes, we're actually doing stem cell-enhanced amniotic membranes now. Dr. Drexler and I have both done this. I like one called the Procara. And so these patients that have severe dry eyes on the point of, really complaining. When I ask patients on a scale 1 to 10, how bad your dry eyes, and they say a 10, a 9, then we do the natural approach. We put the plugs in. We may prescribe some medications, but boom, they very well may be a candidate for the stem cell enhanced amniotic membrane. It's a membrane like a contact lens we put on the eye. It's safe. It's covered by insurance. It's not painful. We take it out 5 days later, and voila, many of these patients improve dramatically. Scott?
I remember I work at a hospital-based clinic, and most of the patients that I see, dry patients that I see, aren't a little bit of dry. They're very severe dry eye. And one of the other things we do frequently is use a lens called a scleral lens. The scleral lens is a fantastic thing for a dry eye problem because it basically takes that surface, that front of the surface of your eye, your cornea, that's giving the problem, that's making it have pain and discomfort. It covers it and makes it actually much healthier. The lens actually covers the whole front of the eye. And we can actually, when we put that lens on your eye, we can put drops or different things in the lens to protect that cornea all day long. So even if you have a really severe dry eye problem, there are some other great solutions out there.
And that's absolutely Dr. Drexler's area of expertise is dry eye and scleral lenses. He does more than anybody I know in the country. So we're really happy to have him on as a guest. Scleral lenses, once again, is something we do at the Lange Eye Institute. And maybe one day we can convince Dr. Drexler to come back to Florida.
A little bit more weather like this, and you're probably going to see me here.
So I'm going to take him out to the bay today. We're going to go have a nice organic brunch after this, and maybe take him biking on the causeway, a little sculling and rowing, and then maybe take him over to the Safety Harbor Spa and let him meet some of the people in the area and convince him it's time to move back to Florida.
Maybe I just won't leave.
All right, phone lines are open. If you got a question, pick up the phones and give us a call, 1-866-977-4820. Waiting for our first call from Atlanta, Georgia, or Montgomery, Alabama. We always get a lot of calls in Florida, 1-866-977-4820. You can always watch us now anytime, anywhere in the world. You can go to newstalkflorida.com. Write that down, www.newstalkflorida.com. Anywhere in the world, you can go to that, go to the live video, and you can watch us 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and you can see whoever's on the show with me. So that's newstalkflorida.com. .com. So if you're picking me up on a radio station for some reason, I'm not on that radio station one day, you can always pick me up until the end of time at newstalkflorida.com. All right. I want to talk a little bit more about a little bar that I had here. I'm holding this thing up. It's called Paleo Simplified, all right? And, you know, everybody knows me. I'm a fanatic about what goes in my body. That's why I started the fortifeye Vitamin Company, and that's why I've revised these supplements 14 times in 8 years. So I'm always trying to find a bar that I can eat that has protein and gives me energy. You know, I'm going really pretty fast during the day, not only in the car, but when I'm seeing patients, okay? So, you know, if I eat breakfast at 5:36 in the morning and I go see patients, you know, about 10 o'clock, I'm starting to feel a little weird. But I'm backed up and running 2 hours behind. I can't sit down and eat. So I got to have a protein bar, something I can eat in literally 8 seconds in between patients to keep me going. And you know, people out there know when your blood sugar drops, you feel really bad, okay? It feels like you're going to pass out, cognitive inability. And so most of the bars out there, quite frankly, are filled with binders and fillers and synthetic garbage and soy and all sorts of stuff that's probably carcinogens. So I found this bar not too long ago. It's made by a company called Paleo Simplified, and it's amazing. And Al had already known about it. I think Al actually told me to try it, introduced me to it. But it not only tastes good, they come in pecan pie. They come in, what is that, coconut chocolate.
Yep, the Bliss.
And what's that other one?
The original one is the Bliss. There's the pecan pie.
Right.
And then the chocolate.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about these and tell me why I like them so much and why they're so good for people.
You know, the thing is, it's all in the name, the Paleo Simplified. It is simplified. We try to keep that paleo diet. And, you know, sometimes, you know, it's not easy to do it. And like you said, your time is limited. So why do we love the bars? First thing right off the bat is there's no crash and burn. Okay, the glycemic index on this is very low, so you get it, you get the energy, you feel good, it lasts a long time, cinnamon keeps it going, keeps it level, and you don't worry about a crash, but you get that lift without having to worry about it, no crash. That doesn't happen with other ones because you just get that high sugar, you got the energy, then all of a sudden you're looking, well, I need more help.
Right.
Not only that, but it's got 16 goji berries in every single one, so it's loaded with the antioxidants.
And spirulina.
And spirulina, that's in there. So you're getting all that energy, that good energy, and they're organic. I mean, it's just, there's not a day that you won't find two of those in my console, or if I'm on the motorcycle, they're in their saddlebags, because I know that I'm going to need at least one, and when I pull one out, someone's going to say, what's that?
Right.
But that keeps with your paleo lifestyle.
So anybody on a paleo diet, and you know, we've come to the conclusion paleo diet is probably one of the best diets for longevity and anti-aging available. So think about that. Go to the local fresh market, Whole Foods, or better yet, go to paleosimplified.com.
They're also selling on Amazon.
On Amazon.
Yeah, you can get them.
So check it out. We'll talk more about that coming down the pike. They also have a really good food called Paleo Simplified Carolina Sweet Potato Crunch, and they got something else.
The granola.
The granola is really good.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. And you can play with the granola in so many ways. You can have it as a cereal, you can add it to things, toppings. I mean, there's so many things you can do with it. And again, keep it in your car. It's a great snack at work.
Right. All right, we're going to open up the phone lines, 1-866-977-4820. I know we got a couple of people calling in right now. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins, here with my welcome guest, Dr. Scott Drexler and Al Rosa, the organic chef. 866-977-4820, 866-977-4820. So if you're interested in, trying the new Fortifeye Blue-Green Superfood, remember it's all organic, it's non-GMO, IBS friendly. I developed the first that I know of that is FODMAP-free. And people are going, what the heck's FODMAP-free? A lot of you have bloating in your stomach, and it's related to the fruits and vegetables that you're eating because they're causing fermentation in your gut, creating gas and bloating. And a lot of people have reactions to things like broccoli and cherries and cabbage and cauliflower. And those are typically in all of the greens formulas. Also, a lot of fiber in those greens formulas that add to the problem. There is no fiber in this. That means the antioxidants are going to go directly into your bloodstream, and there is only FODMAP-free fruits and vegetables. So anybody with IBS, that's irritable bowel syndrome, can take this and not have a problem. It's called Fortifeye Organic Blue-Green Superfood. All right, let's go back to the phone. Steve in Clearwater, good morning.
Hi, how are you today?
All right, how you doing?
Thank you guys, because you guys in ophthalmology are the people who make it most possible for people to experience vision, which is the way we experience God's creation the most. So I want to thank you all.
Amen.
One thing, do you know of any natural ways that you can, natural herbs or anything that is good for glaucoma? I've not been diagnosed. I'm homeless, so I don't have access to medical care. But I'm 90% not sure by other people I know have had it that I have it. Mm-hmm. Do you know any natural herbs or anything that you can take?
Absolutely. A few things. First of all, obviously nothing replaces a comprehensive eye evaluation with your optometrist or ophthalmologist, because the best treatment for glaucoma is medical treatment, okay? Topical drops. It's so easy. Some of these are very inexpensive. But on all my patients with glaucoma, number one, if you're overweight, all right, you got to lose weight, because when you're overweight, it increases your risk of glaucoma, creates poor circulatory problem, your pressure goes up. So losing weight is crucial. Number two, cardiovascular exercise. Getting out. If you're homeless, you can still exercise, all right? You're doing a lot of walking probably, all right? So cardiovascular exercise, there's some studies out there that indicate if 30 minutes of cardio exercise 5 times a week can lower the pressure as high as 30%, okay? High dosages of vitamin C. Now, that's on the verge of diarrhea, okay?
Yeah,
so,
I do take that, yeah.
So, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day can help. Also, I like omega-3 because it does improve circulation. There is some very new preliminary studies that are discussing omega-3 and glaucoma, and now discussing astaxanthin and glaucoma. Wow. Astaxanthin is what is in wild Alaskan salmon, so a power food for you would be to eat some wild Alaskan salmon. It's high in omega-3 and high in astaxanthin, or you could take our Fortifeye Super Omega and I Fortifeye Focus. Those things are beneficial. So make sure you get down to your ideal body weight. Lose the belly fat that you potentially have. All of us have. Cardiovascular exercise, high dosage of vitamin C, omega-3, astaxanthin, eat wild Alaskan salmon. There are other things you can do naturally that are legal here just about now. I mean,
Close.
I got to tell you, I mean, I'm not telling you to smoke marijuana, but it does lower intraocular pressure, but you got to smoke a lot of it. You don't need to be high all day long, okay?
Yeah.
You'd be going to Taco Bell too much. So
one thing I was interested in is what is the biochemical mechanism by which vitamin C makes glaucoma better? I don't really understand what's going on there. I can understand some of the other compounds and how the molecular mechanisms, but I don't understand why an antioxidant or why does vitamin C help it? How does it lower the intraocular pressure?
We don't know. And really simply,
there you go.
Yeah,
it's so rare to have a doctor say, "I don't know." It's such a surrender of ego.
I'm glad Dr. Drexler said we don't know, and I didn't, because I was going to try to make something that sounded really good.
Okay. Well, as always, next week.
we don't really fully know what causes glaucoma.
Right.
So you have to think that, and we treat the symptoms of what we call glaucoma, but we don't really know what problem we're treating. So if we kind of work backwards into, we say, hey, look at this. It reduces the pressure, so we must be treating glaucoma, even though we don't really know what glaucoma is.
Right. And there's a lot of different types of glaucoma, but the number one type, primary open-angle glaucoma, we don't know what causes it. There's other types of glaucoma that we do know, like steroid-induced glaucoma, traumatic-induced glaucoma, things like this. But the majority of glaucoma patients are called primary open-angle glaucoma. And, we think that lowering the intraocular pressure in the eye is the way to treat glaucoma. But I also believe in adding antioxidants to combat against oxidative stress, especially antioxidants that cross the blood-retinal barrier and get into the eye.
So really, would molecules that were more fat-soluble cross that barrier better?
Well, I mean, one of the best molecules to cross the blood-brain barrier and the blood-retinal barrier, and remember, that's the optic nerve, is brain tissue, is astaxanthin, okay? Because a lot of things do not cross that blood-retinal barrier and blood-brain barrier, but astaxanthin does. And I think that's why astaxanthin has become the #1 nutrient in the nutritional market right now. And so it's so big, you got to be careful when you buy astaxanthin, because now certain companies, not to mention their name due to legal ramifications, but are making synthetic astaxanthin. The problem with synthetic astaxanthin, even if they say it's chemically the same structure, there isn't one single study, long-term study promoting the safety profile of it. So I don't want to recommend something and then we find out 10 years from now it was causing, pancreatic cancer.
Well, thank you very much. You give everybody, some people have to go to Harvard and pay $50,000 a year, and we get all this information free from you every week. So we really appreciate it.
All right. You take care. Thanks for the call.
Thank you very much. Bye.
And we see a lot of patients with glaucoma, Scott. I mean, when you worked with me, I mean, that's one of our number one patients at the Lange Institute is glaucoma patients.
The way glaucoma does its damage is it damages the nerve fiber layer in the retina. So a lot of the treatments we use actually are neuroprotection. Anything that has a neuroprotective property to it will theoretically help slow the progression of glaucoma. Omega-3s do that. Vitamin C does that. So do we know why it works? No, but it does theoretically make sense that it does work. Even if it's not treating the underlying problem, it's preventing the damage from the problem.
And, we have started, I don't know if Scott realizes it, but we started an early detection Alzheimer's study at the Lange Institute. We're working with some really intelligent PhDs that developed the program and working with Dr. John Podlatsky upstairs at the Lange Institute to help treat it naturally. But we're finding through the eye, there's 3 telltale signs of Alzheimer's, and that is glaucoma, macular degeneration, so drusen in the macula, nerve fiber layer atrophy, and then a type of cataract called a cortical cataract. So those 3 things may predispose you to developing Alzheimer's. And if you have those 3, you need to ask your doctor, and then you talk to a doctor that is into anti-aging and nutritional natural approaches for Alzheimer's, because we don't have any good drugs for it now. And I know that, we're putting people on curcumin, omega-3, coconut oil, and things like that. And anecdotally, I mean, we're seeing people out there that are improving, all right? Now, there's no huge double-blind placebo-controlled study proving this. And I got to tell you, I don't think I'm going to wait because we all could be dead and buried by then.
You're absolutely right, Mike. You do not want to wait. You're one of the first that I've seen with, and I was talking to a friend of mine who, for a living, he does milk, but the A2s as compared to the A1s. Now, that's a topic we've talked about several times. It's something that's very simple, yet people don't know it and people don't do it. You don't wait until you say, wow, I wish I would have. Do something that you know is right now, something that you can stand behind, and natural. I mean, the A2s are amazing.
He brings up people wondering what he's talking about, but when I was researching developing a protein for fortifeye, I wanted it derived from A2 cows. These are cows that come from New Zealand that were never genetically mutated. It's interesting. I went shopping. There's a new grocery store, a Whole Foods type of market that opened up in Ocala, and it's called Earth Fare, right? And I went there the day before yesterday. I saw 26 patients in there.
Yeah.
Everybody was in there. It was like a social frenzy. It was a lot of fun. But they are handling the A2 cow's milk. Their Publix handles A2 cow's milk too. So all of you go out, check out the new market in Ocala, Florida. It's called Earth Fare, and they let you sample just about everything. All right. Let's go to the phones. Gene in Seminole, good morning.
Good morning. I was listening to you people, and I heard something on apple cider vinegar, and I do have a lot of moles on my back that are benign. Was that to be applied to the mole itself or to take it internally?
No, that was, Gene, that was to put it on topically. So you have to cotton swab, paper towel, whatever you do, and just dab it on there every day. It's not something that takes a lot of commitment, and some people tell me it works, it's great. I haven't personally done it, but I've heard that people do it a lot, and it works for them. And don't do shots of the apple cider vinegar. Just dab a little cotton swab or paper towel and just apply.
And how often do you do that?
All the time.
Every day?
Yeah, do it every
day. Once a day?
You can do it once a day. If you want to do it in the morning and at night, that's fine. You're not going to hurt yourself by putting apple cider vinegar on a skin tag.
It's not going to hurt you at all. And what my patients are telling me that do it, once again, I'm not endorsing this treatment, but to remove moles, you take a cotton ball, soap it in apple cider vinegar, and a Band-Aid. And you take the soaked cotton ball and vinegar, and you put it on the mole and put the Band-Aid over the top of it. And, people are telling me it takes about 2 weeks, and these skin tags, potential moles and warts and things like that, depending on what it is, tend to improve. So maybe you can try it. It's not going to hurt you, and it might not work at all, but it's not going to hurt you.
And call back and let us know.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Take care. All right, you're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Michael Lange. Check me out on the web at drmichaellange.com. That's DR, don't spell it out, drmichaellange.com. Join me on all the social medias. I mean, that's Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Google+, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. All of those, you can sign up and follow me on drmichaellange.com. And it will benefit you financially, believe it or not, because Twitter's an example. And Instagram, I'll just run a special for 5 hours or for a day on the fortifeye vitamins. I'll give you a code that you go through that might be as much as 50% off. So follow me on all of those. You can sign up at drmichaellange.com. Just go to the social media section and join all those. And like I said, it could save you some money. All right, if you got a question regarding your vision, eye care, or nutritionally related topic, give us a call. We got 3 experts in the studio right now. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. We're broadcasting from Genesis Communications here in Largo, Florida, but we're broadcasting all over the world on the internet and certainly hitting the South really hard, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi. Give us a call, 866-977-4820, 866-977-4820. Let's go, George in Atlanta. George in Atlanta, good morning.
How you doing, sir?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Look, I'd like to ask you, well, I'm seeing spots in my eyes, it really bothers me like in the daytime, and, you really can't tell what's going on at night. And what I wanted to know, I haven't been diagnosed yet, what are the symptoms of macular degeneration? What are the symptoms of that? And glaucoma, what are the symptoms of that?
Okay, George, great. First of all, the spots that you have are probably benign little entities called vitreal floaters, probably. However, anytime somebody has a sudden onset of spots, floaters, flashing lights, you need to get to your optometrist, ophthalmologist, have your eyes dilated. We got to make sure you don't have a potential retinal tear or retinal detachment. Usually it's not, okay? As far as glaucoma goes, it's what we call the sneak thief of your sight. There ain't any symptoms until it's too late. By the time you have glaucoma, it's too late. It's advanced, and you're virtually getting ready to go blind because the signs are loss of peripheral vision. When you can't see your fingers wiggling in the periphery, that means your optic nerve is just about dead. So we don't want to wait. And once again, no symptoms. You cannot tell you have glaucoma. There's no pain and there's no blurred vision. That's why an annual eye exam is so important, because the eye doctor will look for glaucoma. Macular degeneration, on the other hand, is a age-related disease after the age of 55 usually. There are some types that affect people much younger, but it affects your central vision and your color vision. Things will first look crooked. You're driving down the interstate and the straight line looks a little crooked, okay? And then you close one eye and that eye's a little distorted. It has distorted vision. It's affecting your cones. These are photoreceptors in your retina. So macular degeneration comes in 2 flavors, dry and wet. Dry is the slowest visually devastating. Wet can visually devastate your vision overnight. You never go totally blind from macular degeneration. You lose your central vision. However, the double whammy against blindness is macular degeneration and glaucoma. If you have both, you can go totally blind. Both, I think, are nutritionally, not treatable, but nutritionally amendable types of diseases. I mean, I think everybody responds to proper diet and proper supplements. So eating a diet consistent with the paleo philosophy, a lot of wild Alaskan salmon, a lot of spinach and kale, orange bell peppers, goji berries, blueberries, things like this will benefit both aspects and your entire health. I've got a vitamin called fortifeye Complete, all right? It's the middle of the road in potency. I have one called Macular Defense and once daily. But fortifeye Complete is something you can take to ensure your body is getting all the fuel to fight against any type of disease in the body, especially in the eye, like macular degeneration and or glaucoma.
What was that first thing that you said? You said what was that, the first thing that you said? I was trying to write that down, that symptom.
It's called a vitreous floater.
Right, vitreous floaters. Yep, those
How
are
do
the
you
little.
spell that?
Those are vitreous. VITREOUS. Vitreous.
Okay.
I feel like I'm
Vitreous
in a spelling
floater.
bee.
Yeah, because the spots that I'm seeing are dancing. You know, they're moving. They're not. It's just not when I. You know, they're just moving. They're floating, just like you said.
Right.
Like the word says. Let me put it that way.
George, when is the last time you saw an optometrist or an ophthalmologist?
Okay, don't yell at me. Never.
Okay. It's time. A lot of great optometrists in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, just go find one and make sure your eyes are dilated. You know, tell them that you have these floaters. You heard me on the radio, and you want to find out what's going on. It's a good time to find out now, okay? I wouldn't wait.
Thank you, sir.
All right?
Make it happen.
Okay, thank you very much. And I love your show. First-time listener. Love your show.
All right, George. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Hallelujah. We got an Atlanta call.
All right, and it sounds like he's going to be back.
Right. So we're waiting for a Montgomery, Alabama call. You know, Montgomery has some fond memories for me. My grandparents, my mom's from Montgomery, Alabama. They grew up on Augusta Avenue. My grandmother was principal of Del Reyta High School back in the day. My mom is Betty Ruth McFadden before she married my dad. So a lot of you listening might know the McFaddens from Montgomery, Alabama. Anyway, we're waiting for a call from Montgomery. Somebody's got to have a question regarding nutrition, wants to talk to the world-famous organic chef or myself or Dr. Drexler. 866-977-4820. 866-977-4820. Pick up the phone and give us a call. Bottom line, all three of us think the same way. God made a pretty good body, okay? And that body can work to its fullest potential if we do the right things. And giving it the right fuel is so important. Let's talk briefly, Al, about how critical it is, especially with certain fruits and vegetables, the dirty dozen, to try, I know it's more expensive, to eat organically grown versus traditional.
Okay, if you think of things, put it as simple as we possibly can. If you had a race car, would you put regular fuel in it? You wouldn't, because it wouldn't run properly. Your body is your race car. All right, you got the gift of this race car, but if you don't put good fuel in it, it's not going to run properly. So dirty dozen, anything that is thin-skinned. Okay, if it's not organic, then the persistent pesticides that they spray in all these, it's going to be worse. So your grapes, your apples, things like that. If you want to stay stuff that's cleaner, thicker rinds, you know, or root vegetables will do it. Melons, because they have a thicker skin. Potatoes, things like that. You want to get foods, on behalf of Earth Day, foods that are closer to the source, so minimally processed. Don't fall for things that they call isolated, that, you know, they have to change the structure of what the food is. You want to stay as close as you possibly can to it. Colors, like you were describing, the ingredients there in your superfoods there, the super greens, the bright colors, the strawberries, the cranberries, red peppers, green peppers, bright kales. If you look down and you see a salad, you go, wow, that's great color, high in antioxidants. That's what you want to do. Close to the source, bright colors, good clean foods.
All right, excellent. We got a call from another call from Georgia. Let's see. I think it's Matt in Dallas, Georgia. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hey, how's it going today?
It's going. How you doing?
Outstanding. Thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure. What can we do for you?
I have a nutrition question for you. I'm 48. I'm in average health, and I was an athlete growing up, but sort of have declining fitness, and been trying to battle this back and forth with, you know, a little bit of belly fat, and maybe it's a hormone thing. And my nutrition question is, what can I do to fight against that as I begin to get into my 50s? You know, I hear a lot about proteins and different diet, drinking more water, exercise, obviously. Do you have some recommendations that can help me try to stay as fit as I can and healthy as I get older?
Matt, I'm going to talk really quickly because we got less than a minute. You go to fortifeye.com. Go to my website, fortifeye.com, or drmichaellange.com, and look for the Lange diet on there, okay? Or Google Lange diet, all right? And you're going to see it's a diet I developed that is going to help everything you talked about. It's going to help you lose belly fat. It's going to help testosterone go up, help digestion. And it has my new fortifeye super protein and the superfoods in there as one meal a day. But follow that Lange diet and follow it for a month, and then I want you to call me back, and you're going to be amazed at the energy that you have. You're going to feel like you're 25 years old again. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Fantastic.
All right?
Appreciate it.
Guys, thanks for being guests on Ask the Doctor. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, I had a great morning. And we'll get that weather for you, Scott, so you can come down here.
All right, we're out of here. Not happy with the eye care you're getting? Get a second opinion. I'm out of here. Have a great day, and God bless you.